No, I seriously think about this every single day, and I'm sorry if I sound stupid. If somebody has $500 and they've already paid taxes on it, and they give it to me, so now just because it goes from them to me, I also have to pay taxes on it.
To this day! To this day!
Even though they just did.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but anytime I spend one of those $500, I'm going to also pay another tax fee on whatever item I'm buying.
Yep.
And then whoever I bought the item from will have to pay taxes on the money they just earned from what I bought.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
So, like, so every single dollar, like, if a dollar is 100 cents, hold on.
I think her mind is blown. Like, she's still wrapping this around her head. Like, are you effing serious? This is what reality is?
Just forget it.
I'm fighting for my life! Y'all killing me with this!
Just wait until she finds out that the government doesn't make money, they can only take money. And the more money you make, the more money they take. The average American worker is giving over 50% of their money to the government in some form of taxes. The government is going $1 trillion more into debt every 100 days.
How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
They have the budgeting campaign. They have the budgeting experience of a crackhead. At this point, just giving them more money is only going to enable them to spend more money recklessly. It's up for the average American taxpayer to realize that giving the government more money ain't going to solve this problem. It's just going to make life harder to live for you. I think it's time for America to start picking itself up by its bootstraps instead of begging the people for money, especially when that government isn't even investing the money back into the people. The funniest part about watching Gen Z transition into paying taxes is when they realize that we already pay over 50% of our money to taxes, and we still don't have any of these government programs that they want. Part of the reason why I don't support some of those social programs is because I realize that the government's just going to tax you more but never deliver on those social programs. We already pay over 50%. Where are the social programs?
Something ain't right, and damn it, it's time that we find out. I can't.
Hold on. Before I go further, I need to subscribe and like. That was so good. That was so good. Like, how can you argue that? That was so good. Yes, like, hello, we get taxed like crazy. And I don't want to jump immediately political, but who do you think keeps taxing us? It's Democrats typically tax us. Now, don't get me wrong, Republicans are more likely to borrow more money so they don't tax and increase the debt. But this is, Gen Z, a lot of them get indoctrinated in college and schools about socialism, communism, how much they should hate America and how much they should hate capitalism. And then they go in and all the taxes, you realize this is what socialism is. They tax the crap out of you, like nonstop. Like, you basically feel like you breathe and you have to tax. Yes, you make money, it gets taxed. You don't pay taxes, they take taxes. When you spend money, it gets taxed. And the person who profited gets taxed. If you invest your money, you get taxed. If you save your money, it gets taxed. Like, everything is so freaking taxed. And then, like, you vote for these, politicians, especially the Democrat ones, who make all these promises, and they barely deliver, but they still tax you. Saying, oh, we had to increase the tax. Oh, it's not working, or it's not working as we hoped it is, but we have to increase the tax, but we'll get there. And they just screw it up. It's the government. They have no accountability. Oh, yeah, you can vote them out, sure. But the younger generation thinks they know it all, and they keep voting them in. Anyway.
Can't afford a home. I don't feel safe. Groceries are way too expensive. My entire neighborhood is filled with homeless people. Best I can do is ban TikTok. I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga!
Government's banning TikTok just so they can say they did something right. It's like, hello, our infrastructure keeps continuing to crumble. What happened to that infrastructure bill? What about, like, our parks? We have nothing to do with the homeless people. Mental health is still a problem. Whenever there's a gun shooting, Republicans complain about mental health. Okay, what about the mental health programs that's needed? And then, of course, Democrats, their solution is, oh, let's disarm people. Criminals don't pay attention to the law. They're going to get a gun either way. You're just disarming the citizens so they can't defend themselves.
I'm broke.
So you gonna take 40% of my paycheck in taxes? Most definitely. And then after you tax my check, you gonna tax me on anything I spend with the money left from my check that you already taxed. Oh, you getting it now? You this close. You this close to getting ready to chase the American dream. So let me get this shit straight. Bitch, you gonna tax my whole check. Give me what's left. Then I'm gonna spend that on something. And you're gonna tax me again for spending money that was already taxed. And after I buy something, I have to pay taxes on that. Or else you're gonna take it from me because I didn't pay taxes. Yes, and if you do that real hard and just pull up on your bootstraps with all your might, you will make it in this country.
That's it, brother. That's the way it is, cuz.
It's really hard to have expendable income after you've been taxed so much. Expendable income, money you have left over after you paid your bills and everything, right? After you paid your taxes or they take it away from you. Just that money left over that you can either save it or you spend it going out, whatever. But it's just so remarkable how little you have money left at the end of the day. After you got your check that's already been taxed, it's much less than you anticipated. And then you're trying to pay these outrageous costs for rent and food and everything else. It's like one of those lessons learned that you learn the hard way, especially when you get a decent paying job. And you're like, oh, great, I'm going to be making let's just say $40 an hour, which is about $80,000 a year. And then you get your first check and it's like, wow, it's way less than I thought it'd be. And you look at it you look at all the deductions, like, holy crap, I pay so much money in taxes. I pay so much in Social Security knowing I'm not going to get this when I'm older. This is bullcrap.
That's how it is on the streets, brother.
Bro, that sounds like some fucking bullshit. If I gotta pay taxes on anything that exists forever, anytime, always, every day, or else I fucking get my shit took or go to prison, do I own anything? No, y'all don't own shit. It's just a big lending system. We own everything and we just sell you the illusion that you got something. You don't have shit. Miss a tax payment, I'm taking that shit. Miss another one, I'm taking your fucking life. You're going to prison. Don't like it? Leave.
God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
And the craziest part is this. At this point in America, you damn near get treated better if you don't work than if you do work. A homeless person can literally set up a tent and camp out on the sidewalk for days and have no problems. But let your hard-working ass park on the side of the road that you already paid for 5 minutes too long, you gonna get a $150 fine. And you just like, damn, if I pay another fine, I am gonna be the homeless. And to add insult to injury, the person who writes you the ticket is gonna be a person you paid for with your taxes. And instead of using your tax dollars to help that homeless man get off the street, they use your tax dollars to bring in even more people that could be homeless. Immigrants. The only difference is when you're being held at knife point, you can't even negotiate with them because they don't even speak the language.
It's not going, you know what I'm saying?
That's true, though. Like, damn. Like, if you're homeless or if you work the system, I think everyone here knows a person who works the system. Section 8, they get all these benefits. They choose not to work. They always have an excuse why they don't work. Those people who get all these benefits for food and whatnot, they kind of live fairly decent for not working. And some of them work under the table. You know what I mean? They kind of do cash jobs. So they're kind of just like beating the system in a way. And if you get caught, you're in trouble, but a lot of them seem to get by just fine. While there's people who work hard, full-time, trying to have a legitimate life. Their jobs, most of them don't pay that well, and they're getting taxed like crazy. It is a messed up system. Like you said, they use your tax dollars to bring more homeless people by. That was good.
It ain't going, nah, it ain't gonna work.
How did we go from fighting a revolution over a 2% tax on a breakfast beverage to what we pay today? And we're taxed on money when we receive it, when we spend it, when we keep it, when we invest it, and even when we die with it. We commute to work to make that money in a car that is taxed again to register on roads we're already taxed to build, fueled by gas that is taxed even further, and many times through tolls that tax you again. And that's to maintain bridges and highways and tunnels that already have billions of dollars, taxpayer dollars, allocated to them, and they're still falling apart. Oh, by the way, the more money you make and the more you pay in taxes warrants the government taking more and even higher percentages of your money. We revolted on a tax on tea 250 years ago. Our founding fathers are rolling in their graves right now.
That's a good point. And it's like the government is always testing how people react. They always figure out a way, like, okay, we're going to try to tax you. And people get pissed and throw their arms saying, we're going to vote someone else. And, they kind of change their mind, they backtrack, and then try to rephrase it, say something else, call it like something patriotic in the name of the bill. Who wants to argue against a bill called patriotic or great for America or wonderful act, So they're always testing, but all it is just to tax us more. They're just trying to figure out ways of how to get more of our money. Yet political elites or people who are super elite in our country, billionaires, they have loopholes where they don't have to pay taxes, because then they could just have the working class pay, the middle class pay, the poor pay.
Good catch. I am packing.
My name is Jacob, and my concentration is environmental science and sustainable business.
Hi, my name is Lex, and my concentration is the performance of self.
What do you mean by that?
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. My concentration is creative direction, production, and narrative through the arts, performance, and written word.
Hi, my name is Karina Gomez, and my concentration is in journalism and Latin American studies, with an emphasis in human rights, collective memory, and political violence.
Hey, bro, come on now.
Those sound like broke degrees. Those sound like degrees that you're not going to get a good paying job with. And you're going to hate your life. And you're going to feel like you wasted your time in college and you have this massive debt.
Dog. Come on, man.
Hi, my name is Reed, and I study music business and gender studies.
Hi, my name is Dominique, and I studied care politics with a minor in disability studies.
My name is Elliot Wright, and my concentration is art as a social mechanism.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and my concentration is dramatic writing and theatrical adaptation.
My name is Noah.
What company says, I need that person? Seriously, what company says, I need to look for this person? This is exactly who I need. I notice that none of them are like engineers, physicians, nurses. Some of them have like a great high paying value, no accountants, nothing like that. It's just a bunch of, some of these are like made up studies. These colleges just put up the easiest degree you can get, because a lot of people are going to go with the path of least resistance to say, I got a degree, but it's freaking meaningless. It serves you no good, has no value.
Lawyer Kano, and my concentration is equilibrium or negotiated paradox.
Just remember this video in a few years when they start complaining about student loan debt and saying that their $80,000 a year tuition should be paid for by our tax dollars.
What?
Yeah.
Man, hell no.
40% of people that go to college don't even finish college. So you can go $80,000 into debt from 1 year of college and not even finish. And even if you do finish college by going thousands of dollars more into debt, 52% of people that do finish college never use their degree. $80,000 a year is objectively crazy. Now let's see what kind of higher education that $80,000 gets you.
Real quick, I know I sound like an angry older person. I'm a millennial, believe it or not, despite all the gray hairs. This is just all the stress from the military and life in general. But looking back when I was like 18, 19, we're not really that smart. We don't have any life experience, and we're looking at some of these degrees that like, oh, that sounds fascinating. I want to know more about it. That's really cool. I kind of identify with that. I'm going to study that. And you know what? These are just predatory tactics that these universities use to recruit you, and just they don't care what you do after you graduate. They just want to get your money. Yeah, pull that loan the bigger you can, because it's ours forever now. Thank you for that. Thanks for signing that dotted line. And why do we have a Department of Education where they should be like screening some of these degrees that are clearly BS? They serve no value whatsoever, and say, no, we're not, these cannot be accredited. You cannot be teaching this crap. No one needs this. No employer needs this. But I get it. I was 18, 19 once, and you think you know it all, but you don't. You're trying to figure things out, and people tricking you all the time, trying to get your money. That's what it really is. People trying to get your money, and you get stuck in these loans for a long time. Like, damn, I thought this gender studies was going to be something, but it's not. I thought it was great at the time. They convinced me. They made it seem like it was really cool at the orientations and this and that, but it didn't serve me any purpose. If I could give Gen Z or younger generations who are going to college, look for the degrees that have value. Look on Indeed and look at jobs that pay a lot of money and see what the qualifications are. What's the degree requirement? Aim for that.
dimes are in $3?
Dimes are in $3?
Yeah.
18?
18 dimes. There you go.
No. No. I think the only thing what happened here was that there was just the pressure. I don't know. Was it the pressure of like, oh, trying to think fast and they screw it up? I can't understand. I don't know. Probably overthought it. How do you get there?
How'd you do that?
Wait. So there's 6 dimes in $1.
Facts.
So there's
Wait,
dimes 10 cents. Dimes 10 cents. There's 18. There's 18.
18? All right, baby.
You're making me think
No, yeah, my bad.
Come on. I'm trying to think, how do you get there? How do you think 6 dimes is $1? 60 cents is $1. How do you get there? Is he confusing it with time? Like 60 minutes is an hour? And just that's his brain just switched there, maybe? How do you get there?
How many dimes are in $1?
That's a lot of math. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, last question. How long is a quarter of an hour?
25 minutes.
There you go. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the wires are crossing time and money and the pressure's there to try to answer quickly. Because I've heard people say, 25 minutes is a quarter. And they stop recording, like, wait a minute, no, that's wrong. It's 15 minutes. So I could kind of see that.
Yeah, thank you.
I haven't done math in forever.
Yeah. Keep going, though. It's 15 minutes, actually.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, you can see in the reaction, like, oh, it clicked. They probably overthought it. I'm not going to make fun of them. I don't think it's fair. They're young, they probably overthought it. When you're young, you're always overthinking because you're doing like really complicated stuff in college. And the last thing you can do is like go back to second grade.
Did I not get anything right?
No.
Okay.
Can you name me 3 countries outside of North America?
South America.
There you go.
Europe.
And
Asia.
And Asia, there you go. Those are all continents, though.
Oh, gosh.
How long is a quarter of an hour? 30 minutes. 30 minutes, sorry. Why are you laughing? It's because it's wrong. It's 15.
Oh, that does make sense. A quarter, yeah. So,
yeah.
Maybe he thought he heard half an hour, maybe.
Be split.
The reason why college is promoted to kids over learning a trade is the same reason why credit cards are given to kids as soon as they turn 18. It's because the name of the game is to get you into debt as fast as possible. And the reason why they want you in debt...
I didn't want to interrupt him, but he made me think maybe credit cards should be pushed up to age 21 instead of 18. Honestly. Giving 18-year-olds a credit card right away is a terrible idea. Or there should be a limit. Like between 18 and 21, your limit is only $500, not like 10 grand on a credit card. Not even 5 grand or 2 grand. Even 2 grand could take a long time for someone to pay it off, right?
Is because it builds a scarcity mindset. The reason why they want you to be materialistic and to spend every extra dollar you have on stuff you don't need is because it keeps you in a scarcity mindset. When you're in debt, you become a slave. And not only do you become a slave, you become a slave with interest. The reason why they want to keep you in debt is because it keeps you in panic mode. It keeps you in scarcity. When you have enough money set aside because you didn't waste it on pointless BS that you don't need, and you have it in your savings, and you know that your next paycheck ain't your last paycheck because you have this money set aside, you see things more clearly. You have a certain peace. It allows you to think about things in a way that you never thought about them. And the more you get out of that materialistic scarcity mindset, you don't want to go back into it. The more you save, the more you want to save. You become less likely to buy shit you don't need. Nobody wants you to save money because nobody makes money when you save money. And they want to keep you in debt because when you're not in debt, you start thinking clearly. And you know the government don't want people to start doing that. And the first step to getting people into debt is college and credit cards. Just think about it. They will give you a $100,000 loan to go get a degree in gender studies. That's like me going to the bank and asking for $100,000 to start a business selling sand at the beach. And don't even get me started with credit cards. If the mafia was giving out loans to 18-year-olds with 25% interest, they get arrested for loan sharking. But if it's Capital One...
There's one video...
That's so true. Because, like, they want to get you in debt as fast as possible. I believe that. If you get so many people in debt, that scarcity mindset is true. I didn't get out of debt until my early 30s. And yeah, things are more clear now. I'm not in this crazy panic mode. I don't have credit card debt. I don't have car debt. The only debt I have is a mortgage. Like most people would have if they want to live in a house, right? Again, if I could give advice to younger generations about money, don't play with credit cards. Don't mess with them. Don't mess with them. And a car, I don't even think you should have one car loan in your life. I used to say you should only have one car loan in your life and that's it. You know, after you pay off your car loan, you start saving money for the next car because it's the inevitable to get the next car. But I just say, you know what? Just save up for a car. Buy it cash. And keep doing that. Have that discipline of saving money.
Mine that needs to do well, it's this one. This is the first month I won't be able to afford rent.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
I'm not a rich person. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have basic household necessities, a couch, a bed, washer, a dryer. That's about it. A car. I don't have a lot of lavish things. I don't go on vacations and I don't spend a lot. Rent's increased from $1,300 to $1,800. The food prices are too high. I've cut back on eating because I literally cannot afford food. I've cut back on my favorite snacks, cat food, treats. I'm exhausted all the time from being overworked and underpaid. You don't catch a break when you grow up poor. I don't need much to be happy. I just want to be able to live comfortable. I just really need to catch a break right now. I'm trying so hard and I feel like I'm not doing enough. I don't have family. I don't have anything to fall back on. I just need one video to blow up and it could be life-changing for me.
Right. I mean, I know some people are going to look at this and be like, boo-hoo. Like, I get how hard life is. And you look at the background, it looks like she lives in a decent apartment. But I don't want to knock on her for that because in a way, I understand that you want to live in a safe area versus living in a scary area, right? Just because rent is more affordable, but do you want to live in a sketchy area where you can get robbed or killed or anything, right? But one thing I want to tell younger people is stop using social media as your form of therapy, as your form of counseling. Actually go out and seek counseling. Because what do you expect in the comments? Validation? People go, I feel for you. But at the same time, you're opening yourself up to trolls who are going to say negative things to you and you're going to feel worse. So please do not use social media as a form of therapy. And I think we know the real purpose of why she made this video is that I just need one video to blow up and it could be life-changing for me. She wants to be a social media influencer, right? That's why she's saying maybe if I play the victim boo-hoo pity me card and make a video, this will blow up. And then I'll finally get what I want. I'll be recognized for it.
Who y'all gonna give it to? They taking it to parts? Use it for parts. Okay.
Honestly, this is a life lesson. And I'm guilty of something similar. Right? You bit more than you can chew. You should be understand what living in your means is. Your car getting repoed because you can't pay the loan anymore. You're honestly running on fumes if you get repoed, right? I've done this too when I was young. I had to sell some stuff because my credit card bills were getting out of control and I couldn't afford it. But the only person you have to blame is yourself for getting yourself in that mess. So posting this video, what are you, the victim here? Right? You're the one who got yourself in this mess. You need to own it up and learn not to do something similar anymore.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And this is what I'm talking about. Instead of her thinking, finally, I have a few extra dollars that I can set aside just in case something bad happens, she thinks, let me spend my last dollars on something I can't even afford. And by the way, just because you can afford it monthly doesn't mean you can actually afford it. That's just a myth to keep you in the debt. You can afford it when you can pay for it with the money in your account. If Americans really want to stick it to the government and these companies, we have to stop buying stuff. Companies are getting so comfortable that they're giving less and charging more. Remember, you you pay $350 for an airline ticket and at least the first check bag was free, that's gone. I went to a restaurant for one of my buddy's birthdays just this past weekend, and they were charging $60 for a steak. We bought 9 people to this restaurant, and because we bought 9 people, they were charging 18% gratuity minimum. The service is getting so bad that when they brought the bill to the table, they tried to tell us that they can't split the bill. For $60 per steak, you better fucking figure it out. You're getting 18% of every dollar we spend, and you can't figure out the math for how much we owe individually? And honestly, I can afford it because you guys watch the videos, but I'm looking around this restaurant and this place is packed. So the reason why these companies are charging more for cars, charging more for insurance, charging more for airline tickets, charging more for food at restaurants is because people are willing to spend the money. We don't have to go on a work strike to stand up for ourselves. All we gotta do is stop spending our money when we see people trying to take advantage of us.
Game is game. There's truth to that. I know there is inflation and things cost more. But you know what? You could also stop buying certain things or stop going to certain things. You know, I had people complain about how expensive movie theaters are. Stop going. They're so expensive. Concession stands, popcorn, so expensive. It's just freaking popcorn. Why does that have to be $10? Just stop going to it. I did. Restaurants? I hardly go to restaurants because they're so unnecessarily expensive. Steaks? I make better steaks at home. I could care less. I mean, don't get me wrong. Here and there, I'll go to some of my favorite restaurants. But there's some restaurants I've been to that I was like, I'm not coming back here again. That service sucks. Just as he mentioned that they couldn't split the bill, I've been there. I said, okay, all right, fine. I'll pay for it. My friends will Venmo me, but I'm not coming back here again. Service should not suck. If things are already so expensive, I'm not going to come back. What's the point? Why do you feel so comfortable being treated like crap? Cars are expensive? Yeah, because people are willing to take out a loan for a car and pay $1,000 a month for a car just so they feel good looking in that car. What, to pretend like you got something? To pretend like you're rich? When you just barely can afford the gas? Another advice for younger people. I'd say pull out your last 2 months of bank statements or credit card statements or whatever you have a way of tracking your money and look through it and circle what's crap. What was an impulse buy? What did you really not need? Did I really need McDonald's? No, circle that. Did I really need In-N-Out? Circle that. Did I really need to go to the movie theater? Circle that. Did I really need to go to the arcade? Circle that. Did I really need to buy soda? Circle that. Did I really need to pay the electric bill? Yes. So you don't have to circle that. But of course, look through that and audit yourself. Understand where your money is going and not spend so much on crap. I just noticed where I paused this video. Best jobs to be a pervert? That's terrible.
Game.
That was the end of that video, but either way, I think that's it. I mean, there's a lot to talk about in that. Because there was a lot of truth to that. Like, that was really good. I'm happy I subbed to that guy. I'm so happy I found him. But besides that, I'm going to end the video here. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I do read them. Make sure to hit the like button. And if you made it this far in this video, I think I deserve a subscribe. Please do that. Click that subscribe button. And until next time, bye.